From Referendum and Parliament back here to studio. Many thanks indeed, Gladys, for that report. I promised that we are in studio with the chair of the Private Schools Association, Mr. Charles Ochome. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. It's good to see you again. And you'll tell me the secret of aging backwards. but let's start. The World Teachers' Day was observed yesterday. And I believe you are part of the stakeholders and you are in attendance. The first question I want to ask, I was doing a bit of maths. It's now 61 years since we became a republic. What is the significance of such, a celebration? And what would be the gains that we have made ever since we became independent?
Thank you so much. I think that's a very open-ended question, and I think a very good one to be able to reflect back from independence in the 60s to date. What is it that we have done as a country? And I think there are so many milestones one can count on. One, you realize at independence we did not have so many trained teachers in our republic, and I think there was that effort by the government to open up so many training colleges, and that improved the quality of teachers we have. More higher institutions of learning came up, and therefore it means we have very well trained teachers who now you find even at high school level, at times primary teachers with PhD. That means we have made serious milestones. I reflect back in the 60s, 70s, was a young boy when we used to write on slates. Now, learning is very advanced. We have teachers using smart boards and all that it counts to make learning easy. They don't struggle like we used to write on slates. Content can be relayed with ease using the technology that we have at the moment. And therefore, I think a lot has happened, a lot has taken place. Yeah. If you were lucky to learn in the 80s or partly 70s, the kind of chairs as pupils would sit on, even in high school, were not very appropriate as it is now. And when things are not in very good shape, they make learning not enjoyable. It was more or less an endurance. I think maybe that's why the old generations are people can endure so much, but I think things have been made easier. Teacher in class, we say spaces for their work has been improved in brief.
Okay.
Yeah, we have very, very improved classrooms, well painted, well lighted. We do not have electricity in most of the schools. Those are now things we have in school. So I think the list can be endless to say what gains we have had since independence in this country. So it was worth a celebration to celebrate those gains and the immense improvement in the caliber of teachers we have at the moment.
Okay, there are those who would say, fair enough, there has been that evolution, movement from the old sort of way of learning to the modern way of learning, where we're even seeing incorporation of tech, all right? But the job of teaching remains the same and the teachers remain the same. So what would be the challenges that you would point out, as being being some of the bottlenecks that teachers in that profession have experienced,
we were taught to not to critically think. We were taught what the system wanted us to know. We don't call them teachers so much now. Of course, there's no way you can replace the word a teacher, but we call them facilitators. We want students to critically think out of a problem and come up with solutions. And a teacher becomes a facilitator to make that happen. These are changes that have taken place that I would say one can talk of. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Probably we'll come back a bit later so that you just point out what challenges perhaps teachers, have had to grapple with. But there's even, we have these reports of delayed capitation for some schools, and I understand that it's because of some cleanup exercise that government is going through. But I want to ask you, how ready are schools for the inaugural national JSS examinations that are forthcoming?
In my view, there would be no reason why exams would not take place in the way they should have taken because of delayed capitation. Delayed capitation is not salaries for teachers. These are recurrent expenses in schools. Of course, we have schools that are run, boarding schools, and we have day schools, and this money helps to run the school. The teachers' salaries, as far as I'm concerned, has not been delayed. I think the CS was very categorical yesterday about delayed capitation, and he said that numbers were not adding up. So the high schools have sent them the numbers, the primary schools, but they have to verify. Mm-hmm. And I think he said the schools that they have verified, they have already capitated. Yeah. But the ones that they're going on with, they will capitate. Of course, don't want to get deeper into that because it is the ministry knows why they cannot verify that at the source, because we also have ministry officials at that level. But that is something for them to talk about. As far from where I sit, that's what the CS said. And I think I would give that as the reason.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Let's stay with the ministry and by extension the government. It has its own form and style of hiring teachers. So, from your vantage point as the chair of the Private Schools Association, what impact do you think that process of government hiring teachers has on the private schools?
Yeah, the government is a bigger brother when it comes to employment opportunities, because it's the one who holds the box that holds all the money in the country, and when they release it, everybody has it, and when they want to hire, they can be, obviously there will be a preference to many teachers. I think some of them talk of job stability, and that is as per an individual, because some of us have teachers that have worked with us for over 20 years. But I would say that when the government hires teachers, sometimes, most of the time it inconveniences the private sector, because
how so? How does that happen?
Well, no, we wish the teachers well when they join the government. We want them to live good lives if that is how they can get it. But the way is when they hire midstream, when schools are going on, it affects where they are living, because those are also Kenyan students that will be affected because teachers possibly are living at a time when the lessons were supposed to be going on. So it requires those schools to look for other teachers to replace them. I would suggest that the government has the right to hire the teachers. Labor movement is free in this country. And I think when they hire, they should leave when schools start, when not in the middle of the school, so that they do not interfere with the schools where those teachers who are working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, because you are very experienced and you're at the apex of the Private Schools Association as chair. We are gearing up for the JSS exams. Are the grade 9 students truly prepared, academically, emotionally, for that transition to grade 10?
I want to bring you back to that. They're not doing exams. This what we call assessment. Exams used to be a crazy thing in this country. And what is going to happen is a transition assessment. All students will move to the next level. So I can assure you that we are very ready because this assessment are not going to start with grade 9 exams. And grade 9 exams is just going to be like the grade 6, which was done when they got to grade 7, 8. Now they're going to do grade 9.
So they should not be anxious.
No.
We come from a background of high levels of anxiety. You must pass the exams.
I think,
if you don't.
There's an ease where the children should be relaxed, the parents should be relaxed, because all the students will move to the next level, irrespective of whatever assessment they get. In any case, part of it is already done.
All right.
So the marks that they scored are already with the NEC.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a transition. It's a transition.
Okay, finally, before I let you go, what are the collaboration opportunities that you see between government and the private sector? I know earlier on, before we came on air, you spoke about some fund, government partnering with people who are in commercial agriculture and so on, and whether that model can be adapted in the education sector as well. Just in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think the government can do what we call empowerment to this industry, which I call the private education, which is a big sector in the economy. You say a few seconds, but you see, if you look at the impact of private education in Kenya, is felt all across the country. Yeah. And I think because it gives revenue to the exchequer, it's important for the government to invest into it so that they can get more money.
They can generate.
And how do they do that? They can do an empowerment fund, which can be money which the operatives in the private sector can pay back with some small interest to the government.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I want to thank you. That's a good place to end it. Thank you very much, Charles Ochome, Chair of the Private Schools Association, and we hope you'll honor another invitation that we will extend to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, that was Mr. Charles Ochome. It's now time to take our second break. When we come back, we'll be looking at how the numbers seesawed on the stock market, and at the tail end, we will be getting sporty. Don't go away. We'll be back shortly.